true believers, Warhammer friends. You know why you and I are a couple of the luckiest people in the world?
Because we're Warhammer believers?
We still get to play Warhammer. Warhammer is not for everybody. Most people do not have the means to play Warhammer because Warhammer takes time and space and money, and the majority of planet Earth does not have those three things together. But you and I do. And here we are in a beautiful table. We are here in this place where they do things.
What do they do?
Well, somebody comes to work here every day. They come to work, they make the product, they ship it out on the landing pad. On their breaks, they walk over into the woods and smoke dope in the ruins.
Good for them.
This is a working spot in the world, but today it was going to be conquered by orcs. Or truck. Battle wagon with a wrecking ball, a cannon, and 4 big shooters. Nobles, death copters, shooter boys, chopper boys. So, 10 commandos, but what happened here, hang on, I gotta turn my light. I had built both of my boy squads in squads of 12, but 10th edition is all about squads of 10. So I ended up either with 4 boys too many or a lot of boys too light, right? So I took the 4 leftover boys over here, and then I had 9 commandos, but you need to have 10 commandos to run commandos. So I pulled him out of the closet, and that bow and arrow, I promise you, works just like a slugger and a chopper. And then we got a distraction grab. But these are the orcs today. This is 10:15, I think. Because who can make a point? A list on the nose. Is your list 1,000 points?
It's 990.
Yeah, who can do it? By the way, I'm going to beat the Custodes today.
No, you're not.
I am. My goal for 10th edition is to actually become good at the game. So I see a blade champion.
Yep.
I see a captain.
Yep. He's got the Veiled Blade enhancement.
And what does that do?
It gives him 2 extra attacks, and once per battle, I can triple his objective control.
He's a straight baller. I love how he's just completely overshadowed your captain.
Yeah, I know, right?
The captain's like, who am I now?
Oh, I don't know what my role is anymore.
We got sword and board Custodes.
Yep.
2 Terminators. Are they 1 unit?
You can bring them in a unit. They come in 2. You can attach the Vexilla to a guy now, and that's how that works.
Wardens?
3 Wardens, 2 Dawn Eagle or 2 Vexillas Praetors.
2 Vexillus Praetors, but neither of these guys is a captain.
No, they're just a squad of 2 because you can bring them in a squad of 2 now, or 3, or 4.
Okay, I see Mud Cortado, but what have you done here?
Yeah, we're gonna have to talk about Mud Cortado because he is now rolling under.
I don't care what you've done, as long as you have rules for it, I allow it.
He's got the Rogue Trader and Rogue Trader Entourage rules.
Sweet. So here we are. We're hammer and anvil. We are sweeping clear. That gives us sticky objectives. We are sites of power. And so the 3 objectives in no man's land, which is going to be 1. There's 1 under this car I haphazardly threw down. There's 1 on the hill. Those are the sites of power. And if you have a character model on those, you can siphon power from it and score additional points. And so the point of the game is going to be to put characters in the middle. And I don't know what I'm going to do about it. I really do hate the Custodes. I really do, particularly because I always seem to see them when I'm orcs. Anyway, we need to roll dice. We need to deploy. We need to do all that cool stuff. And this is the game today. I want to do a better job bookkeeping today, too, because I'm terrible at it. Maybe show the scoreboard during command phases. But first, let's figure out who the attacker is.
Well, because we're hacks and frauds.
I am really good at having fun. I'm not so good at being serious. So you and I didn't get to play last week, so I'm a little bit more amped today than usual. But also, I've set the goal that I'm going to be good at Warhammer in 10th edition. So I intend to win this game. I intend to crush your golden nuts with my big green nutcracker. That's what's happening right now.
Bow to me, filthy Xenos.
Wah on you. Do you want to go first?
Absolutely, I do.
All right, let's talk about this deployment then. I got a truck full of Slugger Chopper boys. I got a battle wagon with a war boss and the nobles in it. It's too late now to switch this to the kill cannon, but I should have. Got shooter boys in the truck. Got commandos a little bit forward past the go line. And then I got death copters in space. Over here, I have 2 boss jet bikes. I have the Rogue Trader retinue hiding behind a rock, and because they know better, they should hide behind a rock. There's orcs out there.
Yeah, this works out there.
I have the shield and sword Custodes with the Blade Champion attached, and I have the Wardens over here with the Shield Captain. You only have
Are you
4.
the attacker or the defender?
I was the defender. And you have the Terminators in space. That's why it seemed funny.
The Terminators.
Terminators in space. So there's 5 units for you all day, and there's only 5 objectives on the table. And a smarter player would be able to manipulate that. But anyway, I'm going to roll a dice, and I'm going to roll better than you. That's what's going to happen here. I got a 1. Custodes, turn 1, as the Farseer removes his Banana Man. House rules.
Banana Man?
Your Banana Man.
My golden gods?
Your golden bananas. If a unit starts and finishes its move on the road, like if the whole move takes place on the road, it gets an extra inch. Same counts for advances and charges, but it has to be all on the road. These hills are not hills, they are cliffs. Every time you go up or down a step, you give up an inch. Wrecked vehicles stay on the table and become terrain. Vehicles that explode earn a crater. House rules. All right, the Custodes, the golden banana boys of doom, the Virtus Praetors have moved up to the top of the hill, and I'm fairly certain they still have lance weapons or melta weapons.
Salvo launcher.
And so they're looking at the vehicles here. These scared cowards, they stayed behind the rock because there's orcs out there. This objective is sticky. It belongs to the Custodes.
Yeah, how do I empower that, by the way? Can I have
You
that?
don't. You empower the ones in the middle. They have to be in no man's land to be empowered, and you have to have a character on it. And the card's right there, but I think it just happens.
Sweet.
So we have these boys walking up the table, and we have these boys also walking up the table. They have not made it to mid-objectives. And we have Terminator still in space. And my opponent is just now realizing that he needs to flip cards and find out what his objectives are.
Find out what my objectives even are.
I gotta make a scoreboard.
I've got 24-inch attack 1, ballistic skill 2.
These
salvo
guys here?
launchers. These 2 guys.
Into the truck. Oh, into this truck.
Which truck? Which truck here, you think?
Put 1 in each one.
No, I want to kill a truck. This truck right here.
The truck closest. Toughness 8.
Closer truck. I want 2s.
Hit once. You can spend your 1 command point.
I really like them.
Yeah, God knows what else you could use it for. Maybe you just miss every once in a while. Maybe once in a great while, the Custodes shoot a little bit wide.
And then I'm going to hit you on. I'm going to wound you on a 3. There's a wound.
There's one.
-2 for straight 3 damage.
What's the strength of that weapon?
Strike 9.
Really, it's gone up one since last edition. So, what's the AP?
-2.
-2. I had a 4, 5, 6. I still have a 6. Orc dice say 6. Orc dice get a 4. What's the damage?
Straight 3.
Straight 3 damage. My truck is wounded. The truck with the slug of chopper boys has 7 wounds left. Who else is shooting?
These guys over here, right?
Who are they shooting at?
Commandos?
And my commandos.
Yep.
What's the AP on their guns?
-1 for 2 damage each.
I'm going to throw out my distraction grot. They throw him out front, and these Custodes go, oh shit, it's a Gretchen. And then they don't know what to shoot at.
And then they don't know what to shoot at.
But I'll have a 5 of invulnerable save.
Well, that's pretty cool.
I'm glad I remembered it. I took the time to read my rules before the game, and I feel a little bit more prepared.
On your commandos?
2s. Missed once.
And
Toughness
then
5.
I am only strength 4,
You will wound me on 5s.
which is late.
No, it's just fun. You're not supposed. If you were good at shooting, your army would be even more broken.
Strength 4.
Take that, Marcus.
Strength 4.
I see 1, 2, 3 wounds.
That was, who knows what it was, a 2. 3 wounds are going to be at minus good, right? Minus
Whatever, it's 5s.
1 for 2 damage.
I make 1, I fail 1, and I can't count that dice.
Well, we roll it.
I want to count that dice so bad. Look at that orc skull. Let's make that a 5. No, I've lost 2 commandos. I'm leaving the guy with the bow and arrow.
Yeah.
I am. It's gonna be you. Who's next to shoot? These guys.
Out of range.
Out of range. So that's all the shooting?
Yep.
Charges.
These guys are going to charge
The truck?
and the battle wagon.
Get right in here. Boxcars does it. That's the second turn 1 boxcar
Charge.
charge in 2 games. That's something. So the Virtus Praetors, sons of the Emperor, bold and beautiful and covered in gold, have come way up the table to face. That's 10 Chopper Boys,
Oh, still my
5 Nobles, a War Boss, and 2 vehicles. They're going to do it themselves.
These sticky objectives are great, but
Sticky objectives are good for you.
I'm gonna turn them over.
There you go. That's
so that
smart.
I know which ones are
Sticky.
I want the sustained hits.
Sustain hit, you're going to explode your 6s.
I'm gonna explode my 6s to hit.
All right. How many dice do you get? Are you going one dude on each vehicle?
Yes. So we're gonna get 5 attacks with the lance keyword. So what that means is I will get +1 to wound because I made a charge.
Ooh.
So strength 7, toughness
8 and 10.
8 is gonna be 5s, but it will be 4s.
All right.
So I want to hit you on 2s.
The first guy in the truck. 2s.
First guy on the truck wants 2s.
He misses just one time.
This is just one time. And then it'll be 4s. And those will be -2 for 2 damage each.
-2 is just going to take me to 6s. 6s. I do not make either. How many wounds?
4 wounds all day.
4 wounds all day, taking me down to 3. Hurt bad.
And then on the battle wagon is going to be 2s. And then it's going to be
Toughness 10.
4s. Because it's strength 7, toughness 10.
Maybe 5s plus 1 is 4s.
Because I made a charge. And that's
Every time.
4 on the battle wagon at -2 for 2 damage each.
So these are going to be 5s.
You know what I forgot that whole time?
What's that?
My exploding 6s. Can't win them all.
Well, we remembered in turn 1.
We just talked about it.
I want 5s. I don't make any of those. How many wounds is that? 6?
8 wounds all day.
8 wounds all day? It's taking me down to 8.
Call me Banana Boy again.
You bananas. And look what you've done. You've gotten
Oh,
closer.
I'm sorry. Were you big smelly orcs trying to drive down our road?
It's my road.
No.
So is that it? Oh, I gotta fight back. We're gonna start with the battle wagon. We're gonna start with the wrecking ball. Wrecking ball hits on a 4. It misses. I'm in close combat. My 6s are gonna blow up. Tracks and wheels are gonna be 6 dice. Also gonna hit on 4s. I've hit 3 times, but those 6s blow up. And then the tracks and wheels are strength 8, your toughness not 8.
6.
6. I want
Toughness not 8 is correct.
3s. So there are 4 wounds there, and those are your regular saves for 1 damage each. Those are just my wheels. Get a 1 here. No, none of them?
No.
And then the truck on 5s, and that 6 explodes. And then it's going to wound at strength 6 on 4s, no wounds. So, Custodes turn 1 comes to an end. The Praetors have come and made a roadblock for the bulk of my army. The sticky objective is held back there. The
The
midfield,
sticky objective is held over here.
and it's held over here
Because I drove right over that.
because you drove right over that. But you don't score any points right now, do you?
I don't score any points.
So-
I did not bring it down. I did not do any actions.
Turn 1 for the boogers is a bust. But turn 1 for the boys might be different. So my truck is now at half strength. And so its leadership is 7. I want better than 7. I get 10. The truck is not battle shocked. All right. New order stratagem, 1 command point. I'm going to get rid of one of these cards. So here's what I've got here. Here's my draw. I got behind enemy lines and capture enemy outpost. These are good cards for the Death Copters to achieve later. But I also got assassination, which is boot. Because I'm just boot. I'm not going to assassinate anything. I'm going to do it'll be turn 5. So I'm going to spend my command point. Could you throw that in the bucket, please? Thank you. And I'm going to pull a new card. Cleanse.
That's the one I got. That sucks.
I got to do it in the shooting phase. What?
Go stand on a no man's land objective and then perform an action. And not be able to charge.
Yeah, I have a feeling I'm going to get rid of that card next
that
turn,
one
too.
sucks.
That one sucks. All right, now I got to move. My turn 1. Orks is not just brutal. Orks is also Cunning. So I've taken my commandos and I've tucked them behind this structure here. I have the wardens right across the way, and I think that the wardens can come up here and just claim this objective, and that's going to be fine. But if I had moved my commandos out, my commandos would be dead for the next turn. This buys me a turn. This truck has backed up. I know the Terminators are coming in to take my home objective. I don't want to just leave the home objective. I'm going to leave a truck and some boys, and
I genuinely didn't see you doing that.
this truck with the Chilica Chopper Boys has fallen back. They had to give up 3 inches going up the hill, and so I cannot get to that objective to take it off the Custodes. But next turn, I can come over to this objective and
Sticky objectives.
and then go beat the shit out of Mud Cortada.
Ooh.
The battle wagon has stayed in because it can shoot while it stays in, but the war boss and nobles have gotten out of the truck and intend on dealing with these Virtus Praetors themselves. We have not called the walk because I don't think I need it. We are in the shooting phase. These commandos I have taken out of whatever use they were going to be for me. They can't shoot. Commandos can't shoot. Over here, I have Ork boys in the truck that cannot shoot the bikes because the bikes are engaged. This truck fell back, so the only shooting is going to be from the battle wagon. We're going to fire the frag for the cannon.
You've fallen back and retreated like 50% of your army.
Cunning. What's going on here is cunning. So these are all the dice I get to throw at the jet bikes. I want 5s because I am orc shooting. These are the hits. I am strength 5. You are toughness 6. So I want 5s. Can't count that dice. I have 3 wounds, and those are at your regular armor save.
Oh,
Hey, we've taken a wound.
Not the wound, not the jet bike.
All right, now this the command squad's going to charge.
Scoff.
And on a 7, we get in. All right, the Custodes have a stratagem coming.
Just kidding.
No stratagem.
You're right.
I'm playing a stratagem for unbridled carnage, so my 5s will explode, not just 5s and 6s. Now I have to count. We're just going to start with the nobles.
The big choppers.
The big choppers. Nobles into bikes, 2s. So
Kind of a lot of ones.
I do see kind of a lot of 1s.
What's that?
I see 3 1s. I see 5 1s. However,
What's that?
this dice here, these dice explode though.
You exploded a lot of them.
So those are regular hits. All the 1s end up getting put back in, and I end up with 1 more dice than I threw. Now I am strength 7. So we're going to wound you on 3s.
What's this one?
What is that? Not a wound. So you've taken 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 wounds at -1 for 2 damage each.
Ouch!
And then the war boss has to go.
12 at -1.
12 at -1. War boss.
Well, I want to see how bad it gets.
All right, let's do the attack squig. Gob. Where is Gob? Gob is on that base, I swear. There he is.
He's got the mohawk.
Gob gets 2 attacks that hit on 4s. Actually, he'll hit 1 better because he's leading a unit. So, but this misses anyway. And then he's going to wound on 5s. Gob chips his teeth. But Rumble
Power claw.
is going to hit on 2s. And then Rumble
Strength 10, toughness 6.
is going to wound on 3s.
Ouch.
So those are -1 for 2 damage. These are -2 for 2 damage.
Alright, so here's the 12
-1.
choppers. I want 3s.
Oh, he does well.
I lost 2.
So there's 4 wounds.
4 wounds, kills a bike.
And then the war boss is -2 for 2 damage.
I want a command reroll.
It's a gamble. Is it your last command point?
No. I got 2 command points. I haven't spent one yet.
You
were like, maybe sometimes the Custodes miss. And I was like, all right, fine.
Yeah, sometimes Custodes miss. Maybe sometimes Custodes die.
I don't want them to, but all right. So one Custodes dies.
All right.
And then we've got 3 at -2.
Fours.
It's going to be 4s.
And he dies as well.
He also dies. So
However, my battle wagon is not far up the table like I thought it would be.
no more bikes.
Also, both of these vehicles are critically wounded. And the war boss is all alone. Now, the new consolidate rules, because I can't get on an objective, I can't consolidate, right?
No, you have to consolidate towards the objective, right?
I have no problems with that, but let's look it up real quick. The rules say I don't get to consolidate, and I know why they did that, because if I could, I was going to move this battle wagon just enough to tuck it in front of my nobles, and it wasn't to get on the objective, it was a defensive move, and that's why I don't get to do it now. My nobles are all out to dry, and you're going to wound them on 6s with your strength 4 guns, but these guys might get into combat, though. We'll see. Anyway.
The blade champion lets them advance in charge.
Ooh, whatever. There's a war boss here. Come get in. That is my turn 1, though, and I didn't score anything on primary. I didn't score anything on secondary. And we go into the Golden Boogers turn 2. Well, they're going to score 1 objective.
2 objectives.
2 objectives. So that's going to be 6 points. And then it's time for you to move.
I lost my bikes, man.
It's turn 2. The Custodes have done their movement. They scored 6 points in their command phase because they held 2 objectives. And then everybody's moved up. This objective back here is sticky. It's theirs. This objective is sticky, and it was theirs, but it's theirs again because the Terminators have landed. And Mug Cortado and his retinue have come forward because they're not cowards. This unit advanced. They rolled a 1. This unit just hopped over the wall. They have the objective. And they're probably going to do some empowering next turn. And that's the entirety of the Custodes army because the Virtus Praetors are dead.
Yes. Quite disappointed in that.
No.
Actually, bring it down, deploy Teleport Homer, and cleanse. And you're going to be surprised because I think I'm going to score all 3 of them right here.
You're going to kill somebody in shooting. You're going to do an action.
And I'm going to do another action.
And you're going to do another action. All right. Who's doing the first action?
The Shield Captain and the Wardens, right?
Yes.
They're not doing anything with it.
So these guys are performing an action.
Yeah. They're going to deploy the No. They're going to cleanse. And in my shooting phase, I'm going to pick a unit that's not battle shocked, and until the end of my turn, I can't shoot or charge. And at the end of my turn, each marker that's not within my deployment zone that I can control with one of those selected units, those guys, that objective marker is cleansed. Since I'm only going to do it once, I'm going to score 3 victory points because we're using tactical missions.
Do you score that right now?
I scored at the end of my turn.
End of your turn.
I don't really see you doing much about it.
Because it's not at the end of the battle turn, it's end of your turn.
Yeah.
So let's just give you those 3 points right now.
So I'm just going to go ahead and chalk that one up as a card.
Okay, the other action.
These guys in the middle, they are going to deploy Teleport Homer. I'm going to score 5 victory points because we're using tactical missions.
So that's just 8 victory points on secondaries right there. What's your final card?
Bring it down.
You gotta kill a vehicle.
My Terminators have Slayer of Tyrants. They reroll a wound against monsters and vehicles. We're going to shoot at your truck right here.
No shit.
Wounded.
All right, that's cool.
See if we can't take 3 wounds off it.
Just real quick, since we're talking about it, you just had a big point swing in turn 2. They're the first points on the board, and you already have 14. Shooting phase, though, these men can't shoot. These men can't shoot.
They're doing actions.
All the shooting is going on over here.
Yep. So we're going to take 2 Bastillus grenade launchers are going to be D6.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be 5 that are going to hit you on 2s.
Hit every time.
At strength 4.
Toughness 8. You want 6s.
But I rerolled a wound.
6s re-rolling. No 6s, but you're going to re-roll those wounds. Here comes Yahtzee right here.
1 wound at
All right.
-1 for 1 damage.
1 wound at -1. This orc truck wants a 5. I don't get it. 1 damage?
Yep.
So I have 2 wounds left.
And then the axes we're carrying.
Do these get the same roll?
I'm sorry, I only got 1. The one guy with an axe, not the guy with Vixilla, still has 2 shots. He hits you 2 times. He'll wound you on 6s. What is this dice? But we are a Slayer of Tyrants, so we will reroll our wound rolls. We still won't get 1.
My truck will live.
Cowabunga.
What about Monk Cortado, though? He's got shots.
I guess.
Didn't know he advanced. Never mind.
Yeah, you're right. There you go.
So, you can't charge anywhere. No, you can charge the Terminators. It's a heck of a charge, but you could do it. You got to go up those steps.
So -1 up the hill would still, and it's 9 inches. So
It's a 10-inch charge.
Yeah, it'd be 10. Here we go. Let's see.
Terminators into the truck.
6, 7, 8.
What's up with your 10s nowadays? You've been rolling great charges, long bomb charges.
Terminators are in.
That'll be just fine, though. Here come Terminators on the truck. I feel like I could just pull the truck off, but I'll make you do it anyway.
We'll start with the X, right? 4 attacks. They hit you on 3s. Wow,
Hit once.
I really miss hitting on 2s.
Toughness 8.
Strength 9.
3s.
There's a wound at -1 for 3 damage.
-1, I need an Orky 5. There's a 4. For what damage?
3.
For 3 damage. Now, I don't have any command points. It's not. Oh, wait, I do have 1. I do have 1. No, it's just got to be dead. I want to read the new guys are inside the truck that died vehicles.
Yeah.
Rules. That's what I want to know. Here's what's happened. This thing is dead. First of all, does this car blow up? It does not. These are the men inside the car. I cannot trust these 2 dice here. And that was not a 1 until I butterfingered it. But it was a 1 anyway. So there's 4 orc boys brought low, just like that. And now the unit is treated as being battle shocked.
I can make a 3-inch consolidation.
And now you consolidate close to your objective.
Because I'll end up in control of it.
Yes. But if you were a little bit further away, you couldn't. And I kind of like that rule. So the Custodes score another 4 victory points on Bring It Down. There are 6 boys left, plus the Wah banner. Where'd he go? Here he is. The Wah banner. Uh-oh, we got to put you down here then and put the Wah banner there. And so here are Orks. Here's the men that killed their truck and some of their men. Here's Monk Cortado in the game. That's the end of your turn, though, right?
Yeah.
We got to score you those 4 more points. So that was a really lucrative turn for the Custodes. Turn 2 was a point scoring turn. Now we go into the Orc turn. May I have a command point, please?
Yeah.
I have 3 points in the game. So what's happened in my movement phase? These commandos, they've stayed put. Thought number 1, charge. Wah! That's not, I didn't call the Wah. I did not. We're not on the Wah yet. Charge in here and die. That's option 1. The other option was to advance over here and try to support over here. But then that just puts them right in the path of these wardens. Can just step over here and light them up or charge them if they want. It's just, there's no good choices from these guys. So we're going to hang out right here. So the wardens can either come this way, get off their objective, lose points, or they can go this way to participate in this fight, and then I got commandos to just come take that objective. Middle of the table. This objective is sticky, it's mine now. So the shooter boys, and I'm sorry, the weird boy's in this truck. I wish he was over there, but he's in this truck. But the truck with the shooter boys and the weird boy, they've come forward. The battle wagon came forward and created a roadblock, and the war boss and the nobles are behind it. The goal is to call the Wah next turn and get stuck in with some big hitters. We've taken your home objective with the Death Copters. Also, the battle wagon has lined up Mug and his squad. Let's eliminate them. And then over here...
What are you going to do if I just walk away and play the deck?
With these guys?
These guys.
Well, then you give up the center of the field. And it's...
I'll be back.
I know. These guys have come over here. Now, because there's 2 steps between them... Yeah, help yourself. I'm going to have to charge down this way.
Coward.
And so that makes it a much longer charge, but I am very close, and we're going to see how we do here. If I blow this charge, though, it's going to be real bad for me. But the first thing we're going to do is we're going to shoot. And shots on the field are the battle wagon, this truck, and these boys. All right, we're going to go here first, these shots. The sluggas hit on 5s. I've hit 3 times, actually. I'm going to wound you on 5s. There's 2 wounds at your regular save.
How about Custodes? I want a 2. I can't see that.
No, you got them both. It's a 3 and a 6. You're good.
Nailed it.
Now, The combi weapon
The dead shiny shooter.
is no longer the dead shiny shooter, but it is rapid fire. I get 2 shots, and I need to hit on 5s. I have not hit at all, which is a shame because it's anti-infantry 4-up with devastating wounds, and that's exactly what you need against the Custodes, but of course, Orks don't hit. We're going to put everything into the battle wagon into Mug Cortado squad.
Oh.
The cannon will throw 2 shots, so I get 22 dice all day. We are going to hit Mug Cortado squad on 5s. We're going to wound Mug on 3s. There's 3 wounds on Mug, regular saves.
So we'll start with the guy with the pistol, and he's dead. And then the guy with the death power weapon, because we want to keep the Rattling Doctor, and he takes a wound, so he'll have 1 left.
Those guys got 2 wounds each, like Space Marines. So copter rockets are no longer 2d3, they are d3. Shots from copter rockets. 3, 4, 5, I get 6 shots. Copter rockets into the men in the center of the table. Hit on 5s. They have hit 3 times, which is as much as you could have hoped for. We are strength 9. We have wounded 3 times from the copter rockets at AP2 for 3 damage each.
AP2 for 3 damage each.
They're twin ranged. I could have re-rolled that too.
Ouch.
AP2 for 3 each.
Man, I want 4s. And then I want to spend a command point.
Oh, because we don't lose any golden bananas. Bananas! With the truck itself, into that squad, 5s. Not a 1. We're going to go headbanger. It's going to go on your character because I can. Nice hits on a 4. Hits. It's going to wound at strength 6. We're going to wound your character on a 3. And that is going to be an AP3 for 1 damage on your character.
Or a pinball. Don't make it.
Put a wound on the Blade Champion. Take that.
Ooh.
In the Shooter Boy squad. We'll do the big shooter first. Which gets 3 shots. And it throws 3 1s. It doesn't hit at all. Here come all the Shooter Boys. They want 5s. Wound you on 5s. 2 wounds.
2 wounds. I want 2s.
So shooting does not go well. This squad here with Dewa Banner and Du Bois are going to charge these men here.
Right.
Let's do well. On a 6? All right, so here's what's happened. We've made it in. This man can't make it in because you can't stand on the objective anymore. And I like the rule, but it makes the objective like a defensive piece on the board. I'm going to spend the 1 command point to make 5s explode. I got Choppa Boys.
I'm going to spend a command point here too to play Avenge the Fallen. So if you kill a guy, I'll get +2 attacks on whoever's left. I'm going to declare at the start of my fight phase one of my martial stances at the start of the fight phase. And I'm going to be -1 from your hit rolls.
-1 to hit. I'm super bummed out. I did not remember my WA banner, but live and learn. We want -1 to hit. I need 4s. And that helps. But I spent my command point, so 5s and 6s are going to explode. And now I wound on 5s. 2, 3. 3 wounds at -1.
3 wounds at -1 are 2s.
2s. 3 wounds at -1 or 2s or 3s, but you're fine anyway. Dewa Banner on 3s, but wait, it's 4s. Wa Banner has hit twice. It's going to wound you at strength 8 on 3s. There's 2 wounds at -2 for 2 damage each.
-2 for damage each is going to be 4s.
4s. Make them both. You kidding me? Custodes. All right, it comes down to just the boss noble. I want 4s.
-1. So
Yeah. Bummer. I'm only hit once.
that helps.
It does help. And then I want a 3. And that is at -1 for 2 damage.
-1 for 2 damage is going to be a 3.
What is that?
What is that?
So you take 2 damage, but I'm sure you're still just fine. And Custodes, they just do not die.
So now I'm going to swing back at you. You didn't kill a guy, so I'm not gonna get any of my cool stuff.
No cool stuff for you.
My Castilian axe will swing at you first. I got 4 attacks that are gonna hit you on 3s, and that will wound you. Strength 9, toughness
5.
It's gonna be 3s. So it's 1 wound at -1 for 3 damage.
At -1, I can't do shit about, right, boys? -1 for 3 damage kills you, bet.
And then the Misericordia is going to hit you on 2s. And wound you on 4s. And that's going to be 1 more at -2 for 1 damage.
1 more at -2 for 1 damage, just a boy. It's gonna be you. And so this combat, you would have thought that would have been way bloodier.
Yeah.
But you took 1 wound.
That's it, yeah, for 2 damage, and you lost 2.
And I lost 2 boys.
So
am I below half strength at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? I am. I need a battle shock test here at my command phase.
But we're going into my turn here.
But we're going into your turn.
What do you score?
What do I score? At the end of my turn, I get 8 points for capturing your outpost.
Yep. That's the longest 3 inches you've ever seen.
Yeah, by a millimeter, this objective is contested. Nobody owns it. Because, actually, is he in range, though?
Yeah.
Because that's the longest 3 inches I ever saw. Oh my god, he is. That's crazy.
It's the longest 3 inches you ever saw.
All right, the Custodes have done their turn 3 move. The Custodes have scored points. What are your cards? What you got?
I got a lot, actually.
You got options?
I'm going to get Area Denial, Secure No Man's Land, and Overwhelming Force.
You got to get me out of the center of the table is what you got to get.
Yeah.
Ooh. I love this. I love what's happening here.
We got the riot shields out, and we're like, get out of here.
I'm really pleased with what's happening
Be
here.
gone. So I took, these guys went 8 because 2 inches for being all on the road. And they're going to chop up your battle wagon and then chop up that truck. All your boys are going to have to bail out this way, be stuck over there, come over the cliffs. Yeah, you're going to be host.
It's going to bum me out of this thing. It ends up being a big giant roadblock to me.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be a roadblock for you.
No, you're going to get host.
So these dudes are stuck, but look at these brave men.
Ah!
These brave men say, oh, you golden bananas, we will save you from your own foolishness. So you have the center comfortably.
Yes.
The golden banana boys are being rescued by the rogue trader.
Say banana boy.
I love it.
I'm going to roll another boxcar charge. That's what I'm going to do.
Do you know what I see in my mind? I see a dude in a bright yellow jumpsuit with a mop. Banana janitor. These banana janitors have decided to stand triumphantly around their objective. And they're like, we're going to score 6 points a turn unless you can do about it. And all I have for them is these 8 commandos. So they might just end up scoring 6 points a turn. The Custodes have the midfield. They have given up their home base. They don't care about my home base. They feel in charge, and they are certainly outpointing me. Your command phase is fine. We're done with that. You've moved. You got no shenanigans. You got anything to declare? That happens in the fight phase. All right, shooting phase. What's happening?
In the shooting phase, I do have some stuff to declare. So I can re-roll the wound because I'm on an objective. And once per battle, in my shooting phase, after I shoot, I can shoot again. We're going to shoot at the truck.
Shooting at the truck.
We want 2s.
You've done well.
And then I want...
Toughness 8.
Toughness 8, it's going to be 6s. But I'm re-rolling to wound because I'm on my objective.
5 wounds. That's amazing.
And those are going to be at... Let me see. Show me the 2 damage. Sentinel blades in shooting are -1 for 2 damage each.
5s. So there's 8 wounds right there.
Cool. And this is the once per battle where I'm going to shoot again because I'm a custodian guardsman.
I have 2 wounds left on that truck.
I want 2s.
Hit every time.
And then I want
6s. Twice.
Re-rolling because I'm on the objective. I don't think I'll get 5 this time.
Well, we'll see how you do. You only need 2.
What is this dice?
Not a 6.
Not a 6.
But you still just need 2. Here's the full reroll.
I got 1.
1 6 needs a 5. Down to 1 wound on the truck.
-2, or they're 2 damage each.
They're 2 damage each, huh?
Yeah.
God, I want him to live just so I don't have to get all the boys out.
No, you're gonna get all the boys out.
Command point. I want a 5. I get a 3. So, doesn't blow up. Does not blow up. I have 11 men inside. The boys. I've lost 1. The truck is a big old wreck. The boys have gotten out. The Custodes are doing their jobs.
Spearhead.
There needs to be more shooting. These guys don't have anything to shoot at. Those guys have shot. Do they have pistols over here?
No. Their weapons are assault.
And Mug can't shoot in. That's your army, isn't it?
Yep.
Charges.
Yes.
Tell me who's charging.
Mug Cortado's gonna charge the boys.
The boys are stuck in and can't do a thing about it.
How many command points do you have?
Just 1.
Okay. Cannon around.
And a 5, you're in.
Yes.
Mug Cortado is going to save the banana janitors from the scary Orc boys who were clearly going to kill them. It's Mug Cortado. He is the star.
The Custodian Guard and the Blade Champion are gonna charge.
All right.
They needed not snake eyes, and they are.
I think that's probably going to be it for the truck. I hope it doesn't blow up. If it blows up, it's going to blow up in my face. All right, I really love what's happening here. I really love what we're looking at right now. It is a scrum in the middle. And if the battle wagon dies or blows up, that's real good for you. All of a sudden, there's a wall between us. But if it lives on 1 wound, I'm just going to drive it forward.
You're just gonna drive it right out of the way.
The closest charge ever. So you better do really well here.
It's terrifying.
There's 5 Custodes versus an 8 wound battle wagon. Of course you can do it. Of course you can do it.
We're gonna see.
Who fights first? The martial katan that has been chosen is lethal hits. That's army-wide, not unit-wide, right? So the Blade Champion into the battle wagon.
3 or 2s to hit.
Oh, you got to re-roll that one. That was
Reroll
sideways.
this one.
Yeah, they never miss. Well, he missed once.
And I really need 6s here. And I don't get 1, but I do get a wound at -3 for 3 damage.
That 5 wounds?
Yeah.
-3?
Strength 6, toughness 10.
Strength and toughness 10 is a 5. -3, I think I'm going to get a 6 on. So I have a 3 up and no invulnerable save. No, I have a 6 up and invulnerable save, 3, 4. It's 6 regardless. How many wounds is this? 3 wounds, huh? I want a 6.
You can do it. You can do it. The barrel's right there. There it is. There it is. There it is. Count it.
Saved! What's next? You got 4 more men to swing.
That barrel is your player of the game.
This barrel, I'm going to paint gold tonight.
So they're going to get, with their Sentinel Blades, 5 attacks each. It'll be 20 attacks that hit you on 2s and wound you on 5s, re-rolling.
Savage. That's just savage. All right, an Orky hand of dice. I just need to live on 1 wound. Hit damn near every time.
What's this one and what's this one?
I see 2 misses all day.
These are just wounds.
There's
I have lethal hits.
already a shed load of wounds. What's the AP on those?
Good. And then these.
5s to wounds.
5.
Toughness 10.
Like, what are these dice? I want them to be 6s. And then that's. And then these are all 2 more. And then is this one? No.
All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 wounds. What's the AP of your weapon?
Ace -2 for 1 damage each.
That's rough. I need 5s. I have 8 wounds to go. You have 9 wounds here. I need 5s. Have I talked about how much I like the Orc dice that were given to me as a gift by our beautiful Patreon?
They're orky.
I really like them a lot. I am going to feel blessed by Gork and Mork if my battle wagon lives right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 wounds come through. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 wounds come through. I am alive on 1 wound. And that Gork and Mork. Good. Let's put the orc faces up. Orks, orcs, orcs, orcs. Gork and Mork, Gork and Mork. All right. Because they can only do it because they're on the objective marker?
Yes.
So because the Terminators are holding the objective, or they're on the objective, the objective is contested. Do they need to be holding it?
They just need to be within range of it.
Sweet. So they spend 2 command points, and they get to fight first as well. So the Terminators and Mug's Warband are going to fight before the Orcs.
And we're going to start with the Terminators.
No. Mug came in here to save them because they were surrounded. They were in trouble. Mug is the hero here, not the Terminators. They don't get to wipe this squad before Mug gets to have a show.
Veins monomolecular cane rapier rules right now.
All right, so here comes Mug Cortado.
With his desert dagger, because he's from Talron. He wants 3s. And
He's
then I'm
hit
strength
twice.
4.
Toughness 5.
I want 5s. Nothing. And then the Death Cult power. Is there a character in here?
There is him.
Can I precision attack him? Yep.
I don't see why not. He's part of the squad.
Yeah, I'm going to allocate these attacks to him.
All right.
With the Death Cult Power Blade.
Sweet.
So he is going to get 5 attacks. The other guy standing down here.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he does well,
Hits
too.
you every time.
Toughness 5.
Strength 4. I want 5s. So it's 1 wound. Oh, my God.
Just 1 wound?
Yep, 1 wound.
I have a feeling I either have a 4 or a 6. I wish I could take the data sheets I'm not using off the app and just get them out of the way. My save is 4. That was -1?
Yep.
I'm fine. Look at that, lucky luck. Terminators on the boys.
So here's the axe.
Hits 3 times.
Wounds you
3s probably. Toughness 5.
No.
What is that? What?
And then the other guy, the other Terminator.
Hits 4 times. Is the Vexilla hitting me?
Yep. Or the Misericordia.
Misericordia.
Strength 5.
Toughness 5
times
on
4s.
4s.
So it's 1 wound at -1 for 2 damage.
-1 is going to kill me. No, I have a 5 now. -1 is a 6. So we've lost another boy. It's going to be you, sir. However, and I auto battle shot checks in my command phase. However, I can't believe they're still standing there.
That's
absurd, right?
3 and a knob.
3 and a noble. Well, they get to
That's a
fight
bad
back
roll.
now. And my battle wagon gets to fight back for what it's worth.
Yeah.
So who am I going to fight with? Do I murder Mug Cortado and get him out of here? Just get him out of here? No, I love him. So we're going to put everybody into the Custodes. We're going to start with the 2 Slugga Choppa boys. Slugga Choppa. We've hit every time. And we're in melee, so that 6 explodes. Yeah. And then I want your toughness 6, right? It's 5s. I'm not even looking it up. Toughness 6 makes 5s. There are 2 wounds on your Custodes at -1.
3s.
Take a wound.
But,
Now, the big chopper
oh, there's more?
hits every time, plus he explodes 1. Wounds you on 3s at strength 7. Oh, I want it so bad, but there's 3 wounds at -2 for 2 damage each.
4s.
Pardon, it's -1 for 2 damage each. So you're fine. And now the Warband. It's going to hit on 3s. Oh no, but that explodes. It's going to wound on 3s. There's 1 wound at AP2 for 2 damage.
4.
So, this is now your objective. You have more bodies on it. I will owe a battle shock test in my turn, which is happening next. You don't owe any battle shock tests anywhere. Do you score any points at the end of your turn?
Yeah.
Oh wait, a battle wagon's gonna fight back. What am I doing? The Wrecking Ball hits on a 4. And it misses. And then the wheels are gonna hit on 4s. And we're going to wound on 3s. I have 4 wounds at your regular saves on the squad in the middle. 1s.
Ah.
Yeah, battle wagon. That's what you get. That's what you get. Come over here, messing with my battle wagon. That's not allowed. But no, you probably score a lot of points, don't you?
I'm reading right now. Hold on. I scored 3 victory points on area denial.
Area denial gives you 3.
I scored 5 for securing no man's land.
Oh, no shit.
And then I did not destroy your unit of boys on this hill, so I don't score overwhelming force.
Yeah, but you're kind of running away with it at the moment. And although I like that the Orks are still in the game with the Custodes, they surely aren't winning. The first thing I want to say is wah! And wah! The wah is called +1 attack, +1 strength, 5 up invulnerable save, only for 1 turn. These commandos have stayed put.
Cowards.
Well, they're keeping your wardens honest. And what happens is if I decide to go after the wardens on this turn, I'm going to get interrupted on after I fight here, and you're just going to kill my commandos. So we're just going to hold off. And I'm going to devote everything I can into the middle of the table, and I'm going to try to wipe these 5 men. Those boys over there, they're doing the work. They're doing a good job, but they're all I got over there. And then the commandos are just waiting to counter whatever happens here. But I want to kill these 5 men with everything I got and hold the center of the table, and I'll feel way better. In my turn, I score 6 points. I have this objective here. I have this objective here. I'll get defend stronghold at the end of my turn. I'm not doing this action. I'm never going to get behind enemy lines.
Talk about the scoreboard.
The scoreboard is the bananas are winning.
The banana ramas?
I don't want to waste units right now doing these actions. I want my turn 3 to go well, and if it goes well enough, I'll have turns 4 and 5 to score points. But I need things to go well. One of these command points is going to be for making my 5s explode, and the other one's probably going to be for a reroll. We'll see. I've moved. Now, I'm going to sit and smoke a bowl, and then when I'm done smoking a bowl, I'm going to have my shooting phase. The battle wagon pulled away. It rolled up the hill with its 1 wound left. In the last edition, it wouldn't have been able to. It has fallen back. It won't do anything other than this. In the last edition, it would have gotten a 3-inch move, and it wouldn't have been able to get out of the way. But now it's just -1 to hit. Who gives a fuck?
It's just well, call me Sally, I guess, because I'm about to have to fight the war boss in the middle of the street.
Now, because you still can interrupt with, I went ahead and let the wardens go. I don't want to face that interruption with the commandos. We'll deal with them next turn. I'm going to go straight into the shooting phase. Shooter boys. Nobody advanced for the WA, but the shooter boys and the noble squad and the death copters will all shoot into the center of the table. I do have pistol shots here. That's where we'll start. Oh, you got one wound on this guy. It's worth it. So we're going to start with the 3 sluggas into wardens or terminators. I've hit once. I want to wound you on a 5. There's no wound. Now I'm going to put the entire squad of shooter boys into the bananas. All right, here we go. Shooter boys into the center of the table. We're going to start with just the shooters. Want 5s. But again, we want 5s. Not a 1. That's actually a terrible roll.
Good work, shooter boys.
But now we have the big shooter.
The big shooter.
The big shooter. Hits once. And wounds.
2. That's a 4.
I'm sorry, I left a dice on the table there because I left 2 dice on the table there because of how they're doing rapid fire now. I got 2 more dice on that. I've hit 1 more time. But I haven't wounded because you can't go back in time. Now, the Noble has the combi weapon, anti-infantry 4, devastating wounds, rapid fire 1. I get 2 shots, I need 5s. He fails to hit. The Nobles have sluggas. They want 5s. Nothing. The war boss. He wants to hit on 5s. He misses. The death copters. This is terrible shooting, by the way.
I hope so.
The death copters are going to get 7 shots.
That's pretty good.
Death copters want 5s. The death copters have hit twice. Strength 9, I want 3s. I have 2 wounds. The twin linked, I could re-roll those too, but those are AP2 for 3 damage each.
It's going to be boars. And that sucks. That sucks. Here's the first one.
AP2 does 3 damage. He's still alive. He's still alive.
And then,
and that is fine.
so got a guy with 1 wound.
One guy with 1 wound. I don't know what that dice is. Did you have anybody with any wounds?
Apparently.
I've shot at them a little bit. I don't remember when. How many wounds does he have left?
He had 2 wounds left. Apparently.
Uh-oh.
Well, so he would be dead. I just lose a man.
We've lost a man, but that's it. All of that orc shooting, quite literally, all the shooting in the orc army loses a man. I'm out of shooting now. That's all of it, because these guys don't have shots. So, we are going to now charge. The Death Copters will charge first. And on a 6, I'm sure that's fine. De Nobles are in on a 4. Good thing that they're right up in your grill already. Wheezes is your grills.
You got a base if you can.
I'll totally base. I'm fine with that. I got no problems with basing. Bam. Bam. The boys. Boys. On a 7. I just want you, sir. And you, sir. This is already stuck in. All right, here we go.
So my Terminators are in the fight first step.
Terminators are in the fight first step. So I'm going to go with the Nobles, and then they'll get to go, and then I'll do
Or I
everything.
can hit interrupt. Fight with somebody else.
Okay, we'll see how that works out. I'm spending a command point for when I between the Nobles and Rumble, 5s and 6s explode.
I'm going to declare -1 to hit on my... for my
-1
stance.
to hit. So Rumble
My
Squad
stance.
will hit on 3s. The Copters and the boys will hit on 4s.
And then I'm going to spend...
Here we go. More command points.
Yeah,
No, I know who you are. I know what armies you love. Our homeboy is spending his only 2 command points.
my last 2 command points
There will be no interrupt.
are going to be called Arcane Genetic Alchemy.
Arcane Genetic Alchemy.
Each time an attack is allocated to a model in your unit, subtract 1 from the damage characteristic of that attack.
And -1 damage to everything I do out here. So the Nobles and the Rumble, all their weapons are just 1 damage. However, we're on to WA, so we'll be all right. All right, here we go. These are just the Nobles. And the Nobles, because I'm -1 to hit, will hit on 3s. Can I hold all these dice in my little hands? 3s. And then 5s and 6 will explode. So with the explosions, these are the hits. Now, I'm going to wound you on 3s.
Toughness 6.
Strength 8. Oh no, I'm throwing dice around. It was you and it was you. How did we do? We wanted 3s.
Yeah.
12 wounds at -1. It'd be way cooler if they were still 2 damage. 12 wounds at -1.
That's a lot of wounds to save. My poor sword and board gentleman. I take 2. Or, I'm sorry. I take
-1.
3. So 4.
So we've lost another guy. But that could have been that would be 2 guys if you wouldn't have played that
I
stratagem.
don't want to lose another guy.
Too bad.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I don't have any command points.
Still, if you hadn't have played the stratagem, you would have lost 2 dudes and not 1.
Too bad.
So that's money well spent. Let's find out how the Death Copters do in close combat. The Terminators, we never saw if my boys were battle shocked in the command phase, and I don't know if it's relevant, but they are not battle shocked because they rolled a 7.
So the guy with the axe wants 3s. What is that dice?
He's hit 4 times.
He wants 3s with the axe for some reason. Because it's strength 8.
Toughness 5. 2 wounds.
-2 for 2 damage.
-2. I'm on the wah, 5s. Ooh, can I count that? I can't count that. I've already been cheeky about that once today. Oh, so we've lost another boy.
Just another boy.
It's you, sir. Oh.
And then the guy with
The Vexilla still needs to swing.
Yeah. I'm a Vexilla. Rah! Everything. Let's reroll that one. Who can count that? No.
Look at all those hits.
And strength 5, toughness 5, 4s. So let's get who can count this one. No, we can't.
3 wounds.
These are going to be -1 for 2 damage each.
-1 for 3 dice is still Watts. 5s. It's still 3 wounds. So you take a wound, the noble has 2 wounds, and the Wa banner stands alone. Oh yeah, the war boss hasn't gone yet. No, the war boss never swung. The noble swung. The war boss. All right. Gob hits twice. Gob does a wound. I'm sure it's your regular save. He's just an attack squig.
I got a 5.
A 5 is, of course, gonna get through. And yeah, it's just AP nothing. Power Claw. 8 dice. -1 because of a stratagem or something.
My martial stance.
Martial stance is -1, so we want 3s. We want 3s. And then that explosion makes that one hit, so we got 8 hits. And then we want, at strength 10, 3s. And those are 7 wounds, AP 2. I'd say 2 damage each, but you've played a stratagem. So there's 7 wounds for AP 2. Oh no! That's not fair. It's not right.
What are you swinging at, Rumble?
He was busy watching those Death Copters thinking they looked sweet. Death Copters. Force. Wound you on force. What is that? That many saves at your regular save.
I need 2s.
Yes. Yes. Oh my God. Gork and Mork. Gork and Mork. See, that's an act of magic right there. That had nothing to do with you or me. That was the gods talking. The Emperor was not strong when that wind of chaos blew through. The only men on the Shooter Boy squad that got in are the Noble and the Weird Boy. I'm hitting you on 5s because I'm -1. Power Claw. Those 2 6s explode though. And I am strength 9. I'm going to wound you on 3s. Oh. Those are 2 wounds. Those are going to be at -2. I'd like to say for 2 each, but they're not. -2.
It's going to be 4s.
Take a wound. The Weird Boy. 4s. Just 2 hits. These are at strength 8. I want 3s. Just 1 wound at AP 1 for D3 damage.
I want a 3.
That's fine. So this is still going well for you down here.
First, you will know that I'm furious, and then you will die.
I still got a couple. I got just the Wa banner to swing, and then you will fight back with your men there. He's going to hit you on 3s, and then he is going to be strength 9. He's going to wound you on 3s. Those are 3 wounds at AP 2 for 2 damage each.
3 wounds at AP 2 for 2 damage
Yes.
each over here? I want 2s.
We've lost a Terminator. The Vexilla lives. Mug Cortado lives.
Alright, yeah, we're taking everything and we're going right at the nobles and the war boss.
All right. They are going to be -1 to wound because there's a war boss attached.
-1 to wound?
-1 to your wound roll.
-1 to wound?
Toughness 5, -1 to wound. 5 off a vulnerable save.
My Blade Champion is going to use his profile, Behemor, where he is allowed to use precision hits.
Mm-hmm.
So he's going to swing at strength 7 at your war boss.
He's going directly at Rumble.
Yes. And he'll have 8 attacks. 6 attacks base plus 2 attacks for my enhancement, the Veiled Blade, because I'm on an objective.
So the Blade Champion, and his boy is his boy doing the same shit?
No, we'll get to him.
All right, but the Blade Champion is going into Rumble, specifically Rumble.
Yeah.
Here we
He's
go.
allowed to use precision on his melee attacks, I guess. So
All right.
here you go.
You've rolled 3 ones though.
Okay. So I've rolled 3 ones. I've rolled 3 ones.
That's all right. You're still in the fight. As long as you have 1 janitor on the table, you're winning. I'm toughness 5, but you're -1 to wound.
And I will, I'm sorry, I'm strength 7.
So you'd be wounding on 3s, but it's 4s.
And then I will re-roll the wound because I'm on an objective.
There you go. 3 wounds all day.
-2 for 2 damage each.
5 up, invulnerable save. I make 1, 2 damage each. It's going to take Rumble down to 2 wounds. Fine with it. Rumble has 2 wounds left. I need a marker dice. All right, here comes the custodian guard who manages to still be alive.
Yes. Swinging at nobles. Swinging at nobles. Strength 6, I want
4s. It's 3s, but then it's 4s. So there's 2 wounds.
re-rolling the wound because I'm on the objective.
There's 4 wounds.
-2 for 1 damage.
Invulnerable save. I've made 2. I cannot trust that. I take 1 wound on a noble. We're all fought out here?
Yeah.
All right, so it's the end of my turn. I'm going to defend Stronghold. Pardon me, this happens at the end of your turn. So I have to hold that. So I don't score anything else. We're going into your turn 4. So you got to kill, and you got to get to my house. But you can do it here, and you're going to put a man down for a command point.
I am.
That's horseshit. I hate that. I don't like any part of that.
I'm putting a man down. Right here. Oh no.
Oh, now it's all gone bad.
Oh no.
Fight on, brother. Come back to life and stand by me.
We're not done dying yet.
All right, and now you got to move. Movement phase was about an hour long, but only 1 unit moved. Because Banana Captain Marcus Aurelius remembered that he's got sticky objectives and he could have walked off that turns ago to come deal with these 8 commandos. But there's a noble here with a big chopper, so we'll see. These men stuck in, but for a command point, another man stood up. He was dead on the road, and the shield captain shouted at him and said, "Get up," and shouted him back to life. Stood back up. And then over here, let's talk about some underperforming Terminators. Are you just so disappointed in these guys?
So disappointed in those guys.
We got the Vexilla left on Dewa banner. We have the Rogue Trader Squad holding the objective and siphoning energy off of it. They're doing great. The siphon energy is the difference in the game. That's why I'm getting killed right now. But this fight is ongoing. This fight is ongoing. Those men are free. Points have been scored. It is your shooting phase?
Yes.
Tell me who's going to shoot.
These guys are going to shoot at the commandos.
Okay. They're -1 to hit.
Oh.
I forgot about that last time. They're stealthy.
Stealthy.
Oh, looks like you hit every time anyway, so I don't even think. Oh, that 2 would be a factor. Stealth.
Toughness 5.
Toughness 5.
Oh, 5. I did 2.
Stealth is always -1 to hit.
-1 for 2 damage.
-1 for 2 damage. I've lost 2 commandos. Oh, I don't want to get rid of the guy with the bow and arrow though, because he's kind of my favorite today. So it's going to be you, the money counter.
The money counter.
And
the teeth counter.
let's get rid of this big shooter because I don't think it's relevant.
He counts teeth.
He counts to teeth. Now, does anybody in close combat have a pistol?
These 2 guys.
These 2 guys have pistols. Who are they shooting at?
Nobles.
Nobles. Why the nobles?
I want them to die. And they're scary.
The nobles are so good.
Scary. 2s.
-1 to wound.
Strength 4, toughness 5.
You want 6s. Hey, you get 1 and you could get another.
Re-rolling because I'm on the objective.
Just 1 wound. So I've lost this man here. Oh, I'm dead. Oh.
2 damage.
He was just on a last wound. Who's next? He doesn't have a pistol. The Terminator?
No.
Charges.
The Wardens.
Are going to charge. The boys, get in here. 5-inch charge, I'm sure gets you there. Yes, that gets you there. You want me to do this for you?
Yeah.
What is your martial stance?
It's going to be -1 to hit.
3s. Just a few 1s and 2s. Actually, there's like half of them are 1s and 2s.
That's what I'm saying.
All right, I am toughness 5. You're wounding on 3s. I see 5 wounds. What's the AP on those weapons?
That's going to be huge.
-1 on my commandos is going to be 6s. There's 5 of them?
Yep.
Commandos. I've saved 1.
And then the captain himself.
I've managed to keep the bow and arrow man in because it's his first day in the army, and so we're happy to have him.
We're happy to see it.
Oh, this is the captain now?
Yes.
He doesn't hit on 3s, does he?
He does hit 3s.
Crazy. That 2 there was not a 2 a second ago, I promise.
Strength 9.
Toughness 5.
-1 for 3 damage.
-1. It's crazy that those are just -1.
I know, right?
I feel like they used to be way tougher. But that's the squad. No fight backs here. Even with my boss, Noble, with his 4 attacks and not 3.
I want to see if I can consolidate that.
My right flank has collapsed. Over here, also fighting in the fight's first step, is this Terminator. Can he kill?
Who's bad?
Needs to kill Tug Rumpunta, because Tug Rumpunta has held this flank for like 3 turns now.
By himself.
Almost.
It's getting embarrassing.
All right.
Turn 4.
We are in the top of turn 4, yes.
We want 2s. Everything hits.
Everything hits because you're a baller. Because you heard us talking shit.
Yeah, I want 4s. And that's just 2 wounds at -1 for 2 damage each.
All right, -1 is 5. How many damage each?
2.
Oh, I need to save one of these. Just 1. I need a 5. I get a 5. I have 1 wound left on Tug Rumpunta, which will be represented by this red skull here. Now, I get to fight, and the nobles and Rumble got something to say. I played the command point for my 5s and 6s to explode rather than just my 6s. I really wish I was still on the wall because I had so many more dice. We're going to start with Gob. Gob hits twice.
-1 hit, sir.
Gob wounds once at your regular save. Come on, Gob, take a bite out of something.
That's a very critical miss.
Come on, Gob. Oh, Gob again chips his teeth. Rumble himself. Noble's next. -1 to hit his 3s. 6s will explode. So I end up having more dice than I threw. Now I am strength 7. You are toughness 5. I want 3s.
Yeah. Look at all those 1s and 2s.
I know, it's kind of brutal. But those
They're going to be 2 damage each
are
this time.
AP1 for 2 damage each. There's 8 of them. And Rumble still's got to go. 3s. Oh, look at you. There's 2 wounds get through.
Yeah.
All right, Rumble, I need you to stand up now. All the boys behind him, all these shooter boys talking. Rumble, 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 Rumble. Rumble has hit just once, but it explodes. Really sad. I hate your -1 to hit thing. We're going to wound you.
He only hit once?
Yes, and we only wounded once, too, because your toughness 5?
6.
Toughness 6, yeah, we only wounded you once. Oh, those guys are really toughness 6, huh?
Yeah.
But that's AP2 for 2 damage.
AP2 is going to be a 4-up.
All right, there's that. Now they get to swing.
I'm going to use the Hurricane Sword.
Hurricane Sword.
So I'll get 11.
So savage.
And 6s will explode.
6s explode. 11 dice on the shooter boys. And this is just the lay champion.
Yeah, just
Let's
the way.
go. I see a mess of dice, and I don't see many ones.
I see a lot of explosions, though.
And then you need 4 more for your explosions.
Here's 4 more.
I am toughness 5.
And I am only strength 5 with this profile.
So you want
but
4s.
I hit you a lot of times, and I'm still on that objective. So I'm re-rolling the wound. These are going to be -1 for 1 damage each. Oh, yeah.
7 of them? Oh, plus you reroll because you're on the objective. Yeah, today's lesson is not fight Custodes on objectives either. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 3, 6, 9.
-1 for 1 damage each.
6s. One of them, I lost 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
And now the 2 guys, the sword and board men themselves. 5 attacks each. I got 2 guys down there now, not just 1.
Not just 1.
I want 2s. And then I want strength 6.
Toughness 5.
Is
But you're -1 to wound. 4s.
4s. Re-rolling because I'm on the objective. Kind of hate that. Re-rolling because I'm on the objective.
It's hits and wounds for the objective. That's amazing.
No, it's not hits. I just hit everything because I hit on 2s. -2 for 1.
-2 is going to be 6s.
It's just wounds.
6s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have a noble down to 1 wound. And I have Rumble down to 2 wounds. So now the fights left on the table are the Death Copters, these 2 men, and that man. And that's it.
Yeah.
We're going to take our Power Claw. And we're going to take our 3 attacks.
Still, boys.
And we're going to hit you on 4s. And we've hit you just once. We're going to wound you on a 3. That's not a wound. We're going to go down to the Weird Boy. The Weird Boy is going to hit you on 3s. He's hit twice. The Weird Boy is going to wound you on 3s. There's 1 wound at AP1 for D3 damage.
AP1 is 3.
The Death Copters. Death Copters into Banana Boys. Sixes. And then 5 explosions.
What is this?
This is Death Copters. Now, Death Copters. Are you really toughness 6 down there on the Custodes?
Yes.
Well, then I wound you on 5s. And that is going to be... those many saves. Pardon me. Those many saves. And those are your regular saves.
2s. What's this dice?
Come on, roll a 1. All right, Mr. Rump Punter over there is the last guy I got to fight. I've had this experience before that no matter how good a game you play, you're going to break on the Custodes.
On a golden wall of
Come on, just
brutality.
die. Tug Rump Punter, Terminator. He said twice.
I'm -1 to hit.
I got nothing. Custodes.
Sorry, man.
That's all right.
My stance.
So that is your turn.
Yeah, here you go.
What do you score?
I scored 2 points for killing your, what are they called? Commandos. No prisoners.
I score 3 victory points
For what?
for defending stronghold in your turn.
Which strong?
My stronghold.
Oh, good work.
And then I get a new card. Storm hostile objective. I'm getting mollywopped. And what's killing me is I feel like I've played a really good game. Why am I losing so bad? And
I played really good game.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I can give you credit for when the Custodes win. I think I give you credit when the Eldar win and when the Dark Eldar win. But I think the Custodes overall stat block wins games for you, and just they got a trick for everything.
You want to be the Custodes one day?
No, I hate them.
Bring Bobby G.
I hate them. I used to think that they were cool because you could just buy like 3 or 4 boxes and have a whole army, and I thought that like they were a poor man's army, as that was cool.
You told me to get Custodes.
I did tell you to get Custodes, and that's right. I gotta stop playing Custodes with Orks, and I need to actually paint some of my Tau. But this is what I got to deal with. I got no answer for you. Everybody's stuck in. I've moved the battle wagon up. Tug's still stuck in.
And I get to fight first.
You will
You're gonna get to shoot, but
I'm half tempted to pull Tug out. I hate that. I don't want to. He's been in there the whole time. Tug has fought that fight the whole time. I'm not pulling him out just for the sake of shooting at him with
he's
orc
having
shooting.
a great fight.
That wing has been a joy to play. The center of the table has been a joy to play. Why aren't you dead? Oh my God. I did so well. It hurts. Anyway, so I have to do some shooting.
I was pretty close to being dead there for a sec.
Tug does not have a pistol. Battle wagon. The cannon will get 2 shots. So these are all the dice that are going into Mug Cortado's crew, but they're only going to hit on 6s because I am in a deep, deep bracket. 6s. I have 2 hits on Mug Cortado's group, and I have no wounds. Mug Cortado gets through that just fine. Rumble has 2 sluggas. 2 sluggas. He's hit once. Rumble has wounded. Rumble kills a man. Splat. You see how he's got him on his back? He turned around, bent over, farted hard enough to pull the triggers on those 2 sluggas. Because he didn't take his power claw off and put his shooter down to pull them out of his back, then shoot, then put them back, pick up the shooter and the power claw. He must turn around, bend over, fart, it pulls the trigger. There you go.
The farting pulls the trigger. Because he believes it does, huh?
Hey, Internet, can I cast Headbanger if I'm stuck in combat? I'm stuck in combat here, and it's a shooting attack, but it's also a psychic attack. I need to know. Let me know if I can cast Headbanger here. Here's what God says. On a 4, 5, or 6, I can. I totally can. God says I can. I hope the Internet says I can. I am no longer surrounded by boys, so I only get 1 dice. And I'm going to hit that Headbanger on a 4. And I've hit. It's going to wound you on a 4 because you're talking to 6. And it wounds at AP 3 for 1 wound. But you have an invulnerable save that you clearly made because God knows better. That takes me to the charge phase then. I have nothing I can charge with. So who in your army fights in the fight first step?
The Terminator, and then I'll get to pick because it's
My turn.
Yeah.
Terminator first. I need Tug to survive. He's got 1 wound left.
Let's go Terminator.
Your Terminator has been a buster all game long.
5 attacks. He wants to hit you on 2s.
So he's hit 5 times, but he's been a buster all game. I count on him to be a buster now.
Strength 5.
Toughness 5.
4s.
I see. You sure you don't want to reroll that? All right, fine. Tug around punter, dude. Live for me.
-1 for 2.
Live. -1 is going to kill him. I am, because I've been so into this fight. I want Tug to live. Tug dies. Could you pull Tug, please? He is no longer with us. The Terminator managed to beat a couple of orcs. How does he feel about it?
Not good.
I'm a Terminator. I beat some orcs.
Solid.
And now you're picking somebody because it's my turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick my guys. Obviously,
Who are they fighting?
they're gonna fight.
Well, you got 2 guys there. Regular guy swinging first. Into Rumble?
Yep.
Into Rumble.
2s.
He's hit 4 times.
And then strength 6.
Toughness 5, but -1, so it's 4s. There's 1 wound.
-2 for 1 damage.
-2 is going to be a 6.
Oh, I get to reroll the wound.
Oh yeah, don't forget to reroll the wound.
So that's
2 wounds?
2 wounds.
All right.
-1 for, or -2 for 1.
-2 on the noble is a 6. So the noble is dead. Rumble has a 5-up invulnerable save. And I'm going to have to reroll that dice. Rumble, that's 2 damage?
1.
That's 1 damage. Rumble is down to 1 wound. And this noble here is no more. Now the blade champion is going to swing.
4 attacks into Rumble and 4 into the Weird Boy.
4 into Rumble, 4 into the Weird Boy.
Yep. We want, and these are precision attacks, so I can go right on the Weird Boy.
Right on.
And right on Rumble. So I want 2s.
Rumble's been hit 4 times.
At strength 7.
Toughness 5. 3 wounds on Rumble. Because he is no longer with a squad. And so I sincerely doubt he still gets the -1 to wound. I need to save my war boss with 5s. I've missed the bucket. 5. Yes.
Oh.
Yes. Yes.
And then on the Weird Boy,
Uh-oh.
strength 7.
Toughness 5.
2 at -2 for 2 damage.
2 at -2 for 2 damage. -2 goes straight through him. And I don't think the Weird Boy has an invulnerable save. I really don't. He never did before. And he still doesn't. Rumble stands alone like he should. Now, who's left to fight is just my guys in the middle, huh?
Just, well, Rumble. No, yeah, just Rumble and
And the Death Copters. We're going to go with the Death Copters first, and then if we're cool, we can just have Rumble and the Blade Champion standing alone. If we're cool. So Death Copters into Custodian Guard. 3s.
Oh, -1 to hit. I'm sorry.
4s. Strength 5. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 wounds on your Custodes.
2s.
2 get through. 1 gets through. It's just 1 wound. All right, I have
What's up, Rumble?
5 models left in my army. Here comes Rumble. Here's Gob first.
Hey, I have
Gob misses.
9 models.
Rumble hits, and that explodes. Rumble. Has put 3 wounds down at EP2 for 2 damage each.
AP2 is going to be 4s.
Uh-oh. So at the end of that, I've scored nothing.
You get a command point. I get a command point.
I really haven't scored a thing. I get a command point, though.
I'm up to 2 command points.
You are going to score 3, 9, 15 points. Because there's 6, 12, 13, 14, 15. This is the score, by the way. I'm losing. I forgot to mention that at the end of my phase, this Terminator pieced out, or at the end of my turn, he pieced out. And then in his movement phase, he's coming back. And then he spent a command point to put a man back in the squad. And I think these guys are busters. They had a terrible game. They didn't do well at all. And now they're pretending like, oh, look, we've been taking objectives the whole time. And we know they're liars. They're liars.
We know that they're liars.
And yeah, we're still moving. So you know what I'm figuring out right now? You know what's just occurring to me right now? Is in the bedroom, I have Groscool, Thraka, and a box of Meganobs. And I've been working on Primaris Marines for like a month or 2 now. And what am I doing? It's time to paint Groscool and some Meganobs. And stop putting up with this shit. Like, really. Custodes come over here. They walk on my Orks like the Orks are big green rugs. And I'd like to think that maybe if I had Groscool, Thraka, and some Meganobs, maybe that wouldn't happen.
Are you...
Goffs?
Are you yielding that Rumble is a cowardly war boss right now?
Well, Rumble's clearly no coward. Here he is front and center in the middle of the fight. In fact, if you think back to the history of our whole channel, if you think real hard about it, isn't Rumble always in the middle of the table?
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's the baddest motherfucker. And I also like to point out that this guy here is a banana boy, and this guy's a banana boy, and this guy here is the king of 9th edition. And forever will he be. Now, it is your turn, and he might not win this game. And Rumble may not dish like Growlscool does, but nobody's cooler.
He gets to fight first.
He gets to fight first?
It's my turn.
You've
I'm
moved.
in charge.
You've shot?
Oh, I got 2 pistol shots done.
Yeah, you can kill him up right now.
The guy with the sentinel blade.
Hits once. Can reroll the wound because he's on the objective. All right. And now there's no more shooting?
Now you get to fight.
There's really no, you don't want to shoot Mug into the battle wagon? That's kind of dumb. There's only 1 wound left on the battle wagon. You don't know what's going to happen.
I might blow it up and kill myself.
You might blow it up. All right, fine. Rumble will fight first in the fight step. Gob hits twice. Gob wounds once at your regular save. Gob wants a bite. What's that? Gob has gone hungry all game.
He's breaking teeth, man. The little grot that's gonna come pick over this battlefield afterwards. He's gonna find so many gob teeth. He's gonna be like, man.
Rumble has the potential to do 8 wounds right now. There's 8 wounds on your unit. Can Rumble do it himself? Not like that. I have 1 command point. I have 1 command point. Might as well save it for a reroll on the invulnerable save. Does it matter? No, we'll save the command point. There are 2 wounds. AP2 for 2 damage.
AP2 is a 4.
Stop that.
And now I'm gonna swing.
Oh, I'm so sick of your men.
The guy with the sentinel blade is gonna swing at the Death Coptus. What's that?
He's hit 4 times.
And he's strength 6.
Toughness 6. Wound once.
Reroll the wound.
Reroll the wounds.
So on the objective.
That has given you so much work today. It's been
I'm just
absurd.
standing on the objective. So there's 2 at -2 for 1 damage.
2 at -2 is 6s. For 2 damage? That
For
kills
1 damage.
for 1 damage. So then I have a Death Copter with 2 wounds left.
And then the champion is going to kill Rumble. So we're going to do 2 attacks on the Death Copters, 5 attacks on the 5 attacks on Rumble with the Victus Devastating Wounds profile.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll get hit on 2s. And strength 6.
Toughness 5.
Okay, it's gonna be 3s. 2 wounds at. Oh, but this 6 does do the devastating wounds. So instead, it's just does 3 mortal wounds and he's dead.
I can't say mortal wounds. Goodbye, Rumble. Thanks for being in.
And then these 2 on the Death Copters both hit strength 6, toughness
6.
is 4s. So there's 1 wound at -3 for straight 3.
-3 I can't save with a 4 up for straight 3. I got 2 Death Copters left.
I capture your enemy outpost for 8 points. Because I put my Terminators on your objective.
Now, all that's left in the game is my turn 5. But in order for me to come back, I would have to score, just at a glance, 20 points, 30 points. Let's count and see how far behind I am before we even consider turn 5. So with painting score, going into my turn 5 in the end of the game, the score is 30 to, you want to guess how many points you scored? Guess.
43.
91.
What?
It is 30 to 91 right now. In my turn, I could get 3 points, making it, well, we're adding painting scores. So if I have that objective over there, I'd be 30 to 23. And I don't think I'm getting any of these. If I spend a command point, I'd get up this, investigate signals. I got nothing. I got bupkis. I have lost. And what's killing me is I felt real good about this game. I felt like I was playing a good game. Things were going well. And when the fighting finally got into full effect, I could not kill the Custodes. And I think I'm going to put my Primaris project to the side for a minute and I'm going to build some Grozkul Thraka. I'm going to paint him like a boss. He's going to be red because he's red over here. And oh, Custodes.
Brother Romulus.
Yeah, he's great. So just like my player of the game was this barrel over here, your player of the game was that objective with those rerolls to wounds.
That objective was great.
And then Marshal Catan's. If they would have done it this way last edition, Marshal Catan's wouldn't have been stupid.
They were fun.
Because Marshal Catan's are awesome now. They're not annoying.
Not annoying. It's just at the start of the fight phase, pick one of these 3 things.
And it's a bag of tricks for your every need, really.
Yeah.
And anyway, I have lost. I had a great time doing it. The table was good today. I love the Orks. And yeah, I've been building Primaris Marines for a month or so now. I'm going to put them to the side. And I'm going to get me something tougher on my Ork list. Because that's, of course, I got Tau to paint too. All my armies are not optimal.
I'm drowning in bugs.
Yeah, you just keep working on bugs. Your armies are good enough.
They're starting to get paint, but...
Oh yeah, I have all my Primaris are ready for paint now. I just haven't. I got to get them all up on cups and then start doing some spray painting and shit.
I want to run just a mob of bugs down your throat. Like, I want to paint all of them and fight whatever orcs you have painted, no matter how outpointed you are.
So my firstborn Marines,
Motherfucker.
first Marines are over 2,000 points. None of my other armies are over 2,000 points. Currently, my Primaris force exists on gray plastic, but there's no paint on them, so they're at 0. Orcs are if I paint a Runta herd, we're at about 1,100. Tau is about 1,100, but they're all Kroot. You, as my opponent, who would you like to see at 2,000 points first?
Orcs.
Orcs?
Orcs.
Then I actually think that I might put the Primaris to the side and get Grozkul out, because this is disgusting.
I really like the Bobby G storyline, though.
I can't wait to paint.
I want to tell that.
I want to paint him in my colors. Is what I want.
I want to be the guys that tell that Bobby G Civil War story.
However, this can't stand. That's disgusting.
That's disgusting. That's
I'm
filthy.
really disappointed in it.
That's filthy. And Rumble, what happened? You were the king in 9th edition.
I'm toughness 5 now, and I don't get to be hard as nails
Not hard as
anymore.
nails. You
And I don't
don't
get a
have a
super
super
cyborg
cyborg
body. He dies. He dies if you hit
Don't
him.
get to be on the wall for 2 turns.
It drives me crazy that I don't get to just build him like that. Or like if you have a mega armor knob, they're way tougher, but I don't have a mega armor knob or a mega armor war boss.
You got those mega knobs, I guess.
I have some mega knobs and I have Grozkul. And then you got to pick: do you roll Grozkul with the 3 mega knobs, or do you put them in the battle wagon with just 2 mega knobs?
I can't believe you can put Grozkul in a battle wagon. It offends me.
It offends me. Let's go smoke a pipe and talk about how good our game was.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching, Internet. Goodbye.